Drake and Kendrick, and I know we ain't really been on the pod together, all three of us at once to actually talk about this Drake and Kendrick. So we got it's an all-out civil war. I've seen memes of Avengers, and it's like Drake, like Sexy Red, J. Cole on one side, and then you got 21 Savage, Future, Metro, like Rick Ross. Everybody's jumping in. Old people, new people, you relevant, you not. Everybody wants a piece of this drama. It started out with Drake dropping a song with J. Cole, talking about how they were the big three, him, J. Cole, and Kendrick. And then Kendrick jumps back on the song with Future, and he's like, we're not even talking about the big three, it's just Big Me. So Kendrick went in the whole narcissistic values. He was like, nah, it's just me. I don't care about none of y'all. Then we start getting the diss tracks. And then you get Drake sending one. And he's sending shots at random people, too. It's like you bringing other people into it. He sent shots at Rick Ross. Then you got shots at The Weeknd. Everybody loved The Weeknd. He's on every pop song ever that ever went number one. Then you got that going on. Then you got Rick Ross jumping on saying Drake be doing BBLs and getting the free abs. I might need some free abs. I might need to jump into that. Look, this is what I'm telling you.
Abs,
if it's a way to do BBLs and get some free abs, and I ain't got to go to the gym no more.
Do you want a BBL?
Oh,
I hope you. Hey, brother.
Whoa,
hold on.
I mean, if I try it out, I'll give you a recommendation.
Whoa, hey, Hale. Hey, we gotta watch this one. That's crazy. But I'm gonna let you rock out.
Hey, if you see me look crazy, no. We all natural over here. I ain't gonna get into the actual BBLs. But then she had all that going on, and then you got Drake just comes in at the end. He just dropped a new song with Sexy Red, bringing Sexy Red into it, and then in his feature with Sexy Red, he took Metro made a whole thing talking about how he gets BBLs, which is quite honestly the catchiest instrumental ever. Like, have y'all heard that?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I probably sing it once a week at least. But then he came on that beat, stole his beat. So who really won this whole debacle? Like, is it just for publicity, or like are there real winners and losers in this whole beef, if it's real or fake?
Well, as a rap fan, I listen to a lot of music, but definitely as a rap fan, this has been amazing. I think there's been some sort of drought where everyone's kind of been just doing the same thing. Make two really good hood rap songs with a good beat and call it a day, and then maybe hop on a feature or have Drake feature your song or something like that. That's been going on for a while. I haven't heard a lot of good music, so to have this all drum up was actually very entertaining, very cool. And it was good for the rap game. It just pushes the envelope and it forces everyone to get better. So I think out of everything, that's the positive, is that anyone who wants to be the top dog or wants to be included on there, now they gotta up the ante. They gotta do more, right? So as a rap fan, I was really excited. I was really happy to go through that roller coaster of emotions of things getting dropped and like, oh, he said this, and like, oh, he said that. I'm like, whoa, Drake has another kid? Like, what's going on here? It was awesome. I love it. There's winners and losers. I'm on the side that Drake probably lost this, and
Really?
I don't really have a hatred or dislike. Now, I'm a Kanye fan, but like I enjoy good music all around, so I don't really have a loyalty towards an artist. I think Drake lost, but part of what made Drake lose was the fact that like Drake was trying to make a good song, but not a good diss. And I think that's what ended up hurting him because his songs were great. You can re-listen to a Drake diss and not know what the diss is about. You just like the song. And he's always had that superpower being able to do that, right? Also, Drake was arguing with too many people. You can't, if there's one main guy, you can't make a diss that addresses 5 other people in there. You got to keep it on the main guy that you're arguing with, right? Because that's what we want to hear. That's who we're putting you up against right now. Like, we're not talking about you and Rick Ross, so don't address. We're not talking about you and ASAP Rocky, who gave up on rapping. So There's no reason to bring him up, right?
Hey, don't diss ASAP Rocky. He got Rihanna.
I like
That's all
ASAP
that
Rocky.
matters.
I'm just very upset at him that he just doesn't drop music anymore. And now he wants to be a family man. But
Oh yeah,
whatever.
he
I
used to
get it.
drop bangers.
I get it. Whatever. You grow up. But no, so he definitely did do that. And then Kendrick won. It's you're used to Drake just dominating people. And this is the first time we felt like he wasn't dominating. Now, whether it's true or not, I'm not a detective. I can't tell. I'm not an Inspector Gadget. I don't have any theory, any proof, nothing. It's all just me guessing if it's true or not. I don't have it. But um, Kendrick just really made great disses. Like they were put together so well. And it was something we haven't seen before from someone who has been beefing with Drake. It was very hard for Drake to overcome. And then also, when you're just at the top, I mean, that's kind of the downfall of it. It's like it's just going to be that much harder for you to win. Like someone gets one good punch at you, even though you're the champion, you're at the top. A lot of people are just going to think that you lost, and that's just what you're going to have to deal with, right?
Right.
Um, I guess I'd say those are kind of my thoughts. Like, I'm sure, like, they definitely don't like each other, and none of them like Drake, which is fair because
So it
Drake is a
wasn't
light
fair.
skinned dude, so he's got to be petty, and
Whoa, 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 whoa! You
he's
not finna
definitely
hate
with a
on
lot of
Lights.
women. He's definitely slept
Wow.
with everyone's girl at this point, so I can understand why people didn't like Drake, who was up there with him. Like, that's fair game.
Whoa.
Um, but yeah, just from my side, I mean, I was just having fun. I was just happy to be here, happy to listen. What a time to be alive.
You know what? I'm just gonna tell you this. Drake is not Usher. He ain't taking everybody, girl. I'm just throwing it out there. He is not Usher. He is not gonna break her relationship. He just gonna send her a DM because you said something, or send her some concert tickets or something. He don't want her. He just gonna let you know that he could.
Right.
He ain't Usher. But Jordan, what you think about this, man? What you think, man? You been listening to it? Listen to
Yeah,
it long?
I have. I'm the biggest Drake stan. I think he lost. And I mean, if you want to call it a lose, I think this is what I think it is though. Is I think people had already made up their mind before the beef. You know what I'm saying? People were already starting to get tired of Drake and all of his antics. And so I think it was just a perfect storm. Like Kendrick is already a great rapper, right? And I'm already tired of Drake. So I feel as though it was just unfair discourse about the diss records because like it was like now granted, I don't think that I didn't like Drake's like defensive mechanism. Like, like instead I like Drake on the offense, like Joe Budden said, like when he's attacking rather than trying to like do like damage control, which is what he was doing on a lot of like some of his tracks. I thought the AI thing was genius. I think that beat was hard. I think what also plays a part in this as well is Kendrick. That not like us. That all his Kendrick beats were hard. Like they were very
That
catchy,
was
dog.
bangers.
Like yeah,
Hey, that not like us. That is
come
going to
on,
be.
bro.
We lucky it's not HBU season.
Like dude, and then
Because the HBCU's got a hold of that.
the other Drake diss that or other Kendrick diss that he had where he talked about the alleged daughter. Is it
The
6?
Oh, you talking about Meet the
it was
Grams?
Yeah,
yeah.
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grand.
Oh
No,
my
Meet the
god.
Grand. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Like that beat, like how like dark it was and like the tone of
Yeah.
his voice. I thought that was really hard, man. This is what I'll say to recap it. I think there's I love watching Joe Budden podcast every day. And I think on a business side of things, like Drake has pretty much like effed everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what it is. I think it's a business type of thing, that behind kind of closed doors type of thing. I don't think it's fake. I'm not the biggest Drake apologist, so I think some of his like antics are weird. This is where I started to have a problem. Is now you start to see the discourse that even coming out with the reference tracks that just came out a couple days ago, right? About mob ties. So now people are starting to
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
yeah, people are starting to
Dig
dissect.
into them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to dissect Drake in the sense of now, again, going back to my earlier point, people take it too far. Now Drake, now it's people, oh, I never liked Drake. Drake ain't never been a part of hip hop. Drake has never been stood up for black
Now
people.
they're trying to tear him down.
Yeah, and okay, if you want to say he lost and he's weird, cool. And I love Drake. That's cool. I think that is very fine. When you start talking about he was never good and he was always stealing music and everybody has a ghostwriter. I mean, some people pen is better than others. Most people have people writing for them. So I just think it was just unfair. I think people use this. It was a perfect storm. I think people use this situation to really voice their opinion about their displeasure with Drake. And then they start being dishonest. Now you never liked him. Stop. You wouldn't have all these numbers. Just stop. Everybody has a Drake song in there.
Right.
So like, come on, bro. So Kendrick, he did his thing. I think it was great for hip hop. On the psychology, humanistic side of me, I didn't like some of the allegations I was getting thrown out because that's very serious. And I'm not going to talk about that. So I think you start dibbling, dabbling in that. That's kind of a little serious. I would get upset about that too, dog. You start calling me that type of name. So I just think it was great. I think the beats were great. I think Drake was up against a storm that he couldn't face. I think that him being on tour didn't help. You trying to focus on a diss, and then I got a tour date. Like, you just doing too much. And I just think.
Oh, and by the way, that tour was busting.
Oh,
I
bet. I know.
I went to the winter concert.
Yeah.
I was on the floor. Best concert I've ever seen. J. Cole and Drake. Go.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But that, and I just think, again, it was a perfect storm of he just didn't have it was a perfect storm of him just having weird antics, people not being pleased with him not dropping the old Drake. Kendrick is a force in himself. And again, I just think his attention is everywhere and he was fighting a lose-lose battle anyway. So this is kind of where we at, but we need to stop all the Drake was never good stuff. Like, come on, dog. We capping. Now we capping, and I don't like that. So, but it is what it is, man. Any final thoughts though, Trey, on this topic?